Hi, I'm Everal A. Walsh, and I'm going to be reading a short excerpt from Meanwhile Gardens, written by Charles Caselton. I shall be reading from chapter 20, Hungry Hearts. Ollie woke early on Sunday morning after an 18-hour sleep and went for a jog. The canal was empty at that time. The anglers hadn't set up, and as Sainsbury's wouldn't be open for a while, there were no Sunday shoppers clogging the towpath. Since it was Hum's first jog since being assaulted, Ollie decided to do the shorter run. Instead of turning left out of Meanwhile Gardens and heading for the cemetery, he turned right and made his way down to Little Venice. He lumbered under Carlton Bridge and past the bus depot, increasing his pace as the busy Westway curved above him. The run was painfully satisfying. Every step a reminder of the abuse he had put his body through on Friday night that had so easily stretched into Saturday afternoon. His creaky joints told of hours on various dance floors. The sweat imbued his t-shirt with the residue of poison his body was eager to get rid of. Memories of the evening were characteristically vague, and that was how Ollie preferred it. All that remained of the long night was a feeling that he had indeed enjoyed himself. And that was the main thing, wasn't it? Wrapped up in his thoughts about Wayne, Ollie soon found himself jogging past council blocks and the string of canal boats on the approach to Little Venice. Unbeknownst to him, Rion lay trussed and gagged inside one of the prettily coloured barges. A crack in the curtain let in a bit of light on the outside world. The young girl couldn't believe her eyes when she saw Hum's face at the porthole. The hound wagged his tail and began to bark upon seeing his friend. Rion tried to say something, but all that came out was a muffled, throaty sound. With Herculean effort, she managed to get her hands free. Rion ripped the tape from her mouth, hopped over to the portal and banged heavily on the glass. If Hum was there, either Ollie or Auntie Em wouldn't be far away. "Help!" she yelled. "Hum!" The door opened quickly. Hands pulled her away from the porthole, snapped shut the small curtains and threw her back on the bed. Before she could scream, Rion felt the now familiar sickly sweet smell of chloroform and lost consciousness. Hum's excited barking broke into Ollie's thoughts. He turned round to see the dog frantically pawing at the side of a barge. "Hum!" he called, but as usual the hound was intent on doing his own thing. Ollie jogged back to find a rather frumpy couple coming up on deck. "Sorry," he said, dragging Hum away. "Is the door closed, Ted?" the woman asked. "Yes, Mary," her companion replied. The woman smiled sweetly at Ollie. "We have cats, you see." Ollie clipped Hum to the lead. He carried on the short way to the Canal Café before turning round and heading back the way he came. He was glad Hum was on the lead, for the dog went berserk as they passed the Huckleberry Finn. This time the couple had been joined by someone else. Upon seeing Ollie, the vaguely familiar-looking man wearing an old-fashioned trilby returned below decks. "He doesn't normally mind cats," Ollie gasped as he passed them. The couple smiled and waved. When Ollie was out of hearing range, their manner changed. "That must never be allowed to happen again," Mary said angrily. "We'll move her tonight." Gorby removed his hat and lightly drummed his fingers against his birthmark. "I've rostered everyone off. We won't be disturbed." "Make sure we're not," said Ted curtly. "But in any case, I've dosed her up. She won't be giving us any more trouble."